has heaps and heaps of physical damage output. Okay, Eye of the Storm, all of the rest of Razor's toolkit, fantastic. That's all you have though, and you're versus a Juggernaut, a Templar Assassin, and a Slaughter who's going to be buffing them up. It just feels like HR might eventually lose the damage wars.
Yeah, I think it's harder for them. Again, they drafted themselves into a position where I think they have to out-execute Vega. Vega just kind of have to have the game go completely horribly for them to be able to win. The TA, I think, Razor, it's been a long time since I've seen this.
I like it. You want to make sure you get out of there, and I have no idea what they're saying. I assume EXO, either he knows an ox named Lena, or he's saying hugs and kisses to someone named Lena. I really hope he's not calling someone named Lena an ox. That would be really sad.
I wish
anyway,
I could read Russian. It would make this game so much more entertaining, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably actually telling us, like, really in-depth. They're probably explaining their pick. No, they're probably just having a bit of a go. All of these players know each other super well. Either way, we've got Goddamn playing up on that Lich, Ninja on Razor, Shocklow on Clockwork, leaving us with Disruptor on CO and Havost. That's not Havost on the position 1 Doom. He has been in the scene for ages, so I feel like if anybody knows how to play this position 1 Doom, Havost might be one of those.
Q is one of the guys who always went to it when it was a thing as well. Over for Vega, we've got Seema playing the Dazzle, Tusk being played by Solo, and they're actually smoking up now together with Pasha on the Juggernaut, Mag on the safe lane Slider, and no one on the mid TA.
Do you think they're going for an early kill here? Like, I don't think I've seen a smoke at this time in the game. Normally we see it before the 0-0. I don't think I've seen one just for first blood like this, and they're gonna catch CO. They have to know he's here. Oh goodness, no. Now they're finding Doom, but Havost, he might just be able to walk this off. Can Pasha get enough damage? And no, he backs out. Oh, thank you, Skype. Excellent. We're just gonna... We're having some technical difficulties, as all of you may be able to hear. I'm gonna see if PQ is, Yeah, it's really weird. I don't know why the call dropped. Either way, they've whiffed the first blood, and now down bottom looks like Shocklow and Mag exchanging some blows. I'm gonna try to make sure I get PQ back. His internet died. Excellent. Always good when that happens. So he'll be right back, hopefully, folks, and we'll just solo cast for a little bit. In this mid lane, it's looking like Ninja having a bit of the advantage. I kind of expected this, especially as he gets more... He's taking more harassment from those side blades, but as he gets more points into this static link, I think you can very easily outlast hit No One. Although No One, taking advantage of Ninja's aggressive play and doing so much work, has the refraction charges, repops them. This could be Ninja being our first blood. He salves up, he's getting away, and No One doesn't have the refractions for another few seconds. And let's see... Ninja juking around the corner, getting away. So, well played there from Ninja. And we've got Shocklow just being a real pain in that bottom lane. I think this one will be pretty even. While the Slaughter can output a lot of damage, and maybe you have the same from Clockwork with Battery Assault, you're not going to catch the Slaughter with the sprint. And you're not going to catch Clockwork as easily just because he has those cogs. Can Lich set up anything? Looks like we've got our co-caster back. I'm assuming your mic is, or your internet's back. Or not, I say, to the silence. I think... Hello? Hello? Oh no, he's... Okay, he is internet connection again. We're just gonna keep casting the game. I'll see about getting him back in there, but we missed first blood due to all the technical issues. Always feels good. I was saying that I don't think HR would be able to, that Shocklow would be able to get this first blood in this lane, but I'm not so sure. How you doing, PQ? You back? Okay.
That's mine.
Okay. No worries, we got a gank going in on the top lane. Goddamn, he's being spun on. It doesn't save you, but the tower doing a lot of damage. And Pasha, I think he's just gonna go down. Goddamn, getting the return kill, even though magic ignores minus armor, but Goddamn's gonna be very happy about that. So, yeah, as long as you're back, once you're back in, you can take a look at what happened. We had an interesting thing where the Clockwork managed to pick off Mag on the Slaughter in the bottom lane. I really wasn't expecting that. It feels like you can sprint away from that, but I'm guessing he got caught out in the cogs. No, I completely whiffed it. I was trying to get you back in the cold. I whiffed. So. So.
There it goes.
Of course. It's first load of the day, don't worry. When you get back in, I want to ask you about this Templar Assassin Razor matchup. I feel like Razor should certainly have the advantage, but Templar Assassin
Holy
feels...
shit. That is not the amount of advantage I would expect.
Yeah, it is 19-17 for the Razor to Templar Assassins 5 and 4. She went for an early kill on to Alpha Ninja and just wasn't able to seal the deal.
Did he start with boots or the Wraith Band on Razor? Unfortunately, I didn't
No,
get
he
to
started
see.
with just the Wraith Band. He did not start with boots on Razor.
Okay, then I think that's just a misplay and no one thought he can get this far behind.
Yeah, and as we can see, no one 8 and 5 versus the Razors 20 and 17. No one is not having the delightful game we're used to seeing. And Razor's just bottle crowing because he's actually taking quite a bit of sideblade damage, but constantly not going down. And oh, a nice shot slightly off the mark. Bashu taking crap tons of damage up in his top lane. He is being harassed, to put it lightly.
Yeah, I don't think much kill potential on the side play sharp of Vega.
Yeah, speaking of kill potential, Vega, they're spinning, they're going in. I don't think they know who they want to go on, and again, Bashu's taking the tower. Vega solo is going to go down. One more auto attack and the tower's got this, and another overextension in this top lane. This tri-lane from HR is doing work.
I really don't understand how Vega think that's a good idea. That's like the way HR not laying. Then I guess if you're playing really passive and you're sacrificing the creeps, you're getting the natural advantage anyway, so maybe Vega feel really forced to try and get some kills.
Yeah, it could be that they expected this lane to be a kill lane and they're just not having it latched. They're now going in on her burst, but will it be enough damage? They have a snowball follow-up. They should have the auto attacks here, but TP rotations, clockwork, thinking about coming in against who has hookshot. Seema the Slayer getting hookshotted down, and he's probably going to get picked up on the back lines there. Her boost for Seema, you're probably happy about that, but you're also happy as the clockwork here because you got to use your first hookshot very well, and now Tusk maybe in a bit of a bad spot, but actually it's Alpha Ninja who's in trouble. He's gonna fake a TP out and the haste away from Templar Assassin who realizes she can't fight that.
If the Razor managed to pick that stuff, I think the TA should have had to have TP out for sure.
Yeah.
So kind of lucky he got that.
So Shocklow's now been at the top lane for quite a while. How do you feel about that? I mean, I think it's good to use your first hookshot. They've kind of rotated Havos down bottom, but now he's a level 4 Doom going up against a maybe, are you level 7 mag? Level
Soon
6,
level
almost 7? Yeah, just hit the level 7. And I think it's a bit disadvantageous for Doom here.
I like the fact he TP'd up, but the fact he only got the one kill just doesn't make it worth it because the amount of space you're giving Slardar, and not just in a way, he's just Slardar's, like, back. Much he can do in this lane. He'll be able to devour a few creeps and get but he's got a lot of pressure.
Yeah. So, looking a bit rough. Now, this Razor, we talked about already, he's huge. Do you think, is it just a Santinyasha early game? And speaking of, the ice shell's just off the mark, not able to make it latch. I was gonna say, if Razor gets up an early Santinyasha, maybe good, but I wouldn't be against a mech just to give your team early teamfight potential.
I think if he goes mech, they have to get a lot done with it, so that's the team decision. If they want to try and exploit a window where they feel Vega is weaker than them, then he'll go mech, but I would much prefer to see like a standard tread drum maybe into S1. Because it makes him scale down, and they need that this game.
Yeah. So, Bashu. They've rotated, both teams have rotated their tri-lanes, and in mid, looks like they're going for a go onto no one. I don't know how well the Clockwork can make this happen though. Do they actually have some dust between them?
I think they know he doesn't have meld skilled, because it's fairly common for the ace to just go for the 402 ult now.
Would you really risk it though? Or do you just assume that he doesn't have meld and you'll be fine? And the TP out, Bashu knew people were coming to kill him, and I don't see a ward on the ground, but just game sense, deciding that Havost is playing way too far up.
can actually check, just checking her range with all the side blades are. So, you can know for sure.
Okay.
It's not something people do that much, I don't think, but you can
Dire's
definitely
middle
find
tower
out.
is under attack.
You
And
might
suddenly-
just have feel for it as well when you're leaning against
Radiant's
him. Like, that
bottom
side blade's
tower
hitting
is
you really
under
far
attack.
out, he must have leveled it.
Radiant structures.
Also,
are
it's something where I
fortified.
think if you play against this guy
Dire's middle
really
tower
commonly, you
is under
probably know
attack.
their preferred builds, and you can get into their head a little bit. I think you can do this with item pickups as well. So, Havost may be thinking of an early Vlad's, maybe this ring of Bassi. The Bassi ring is just for funsies, but they're getting an early tower push off the back of it for HR, and I really like this play. At the same time,
Dire's top
CO
tower is under attack.
hiding up top, only level 5, really wants that level 6, could get a lot more work done. And we've got mass TPs coming in. Here comes the Clockwork, isn't actually going to be in. The Snowball onto the creep so he doesn't get glimpsed back. A nice play there. But over here, we do have Clockwork catching out the Slaughter, and Mag is taking a lot of damage. He's just going to go down. There's no way out here. And so Mag falls to the lineup of HR, and it is 2-5. HR having a bit of a gold. Well, I think 3,000 at 9 minutes,
Radiant's
pretty good.
middle tower
But
is
more
under attack.
importantly, the experience lead, just meaning that their heroes will be a little bit further ahead when it comes to items and skills.
Yeah, I think this is expected for them. This is what they want to have happen in them. Trying to contest the Ancients now.
Oh, Lich actually got the last hit on that big creep.
Yeah, that's really feel if you can get the small ones. The small ones are still decent, but for the time invested, you want to be able to get the big ones. Well, Erase
Yeah.
getting the dragon as well, so nice that they didn't just give it away for free.
Yeah, I really liked that he used Eye of the Storm there. I think sometimes you might think it's a waste, but whatever, he managed to stop that. And on the top lane, they kill off the Tusk lickety-split.
First Doom getting dropped. Really slow level 6 at most.
Yeah, he was in that tri-lane. I didn't expect him to get a bunch, and they really did. They ran the tri-lane. They all were present because there was so much aggression coming out of Vega that really did get punished.
Yeah, it feels really weird to see like the Disrupt just being below the Doom and Lich also being really close. You don't really see a bigger disparity. Max in some trouble.
Yeah, looking like we've got some action in that top lane. And see what they can do. They managed to get the Slithering Crush onto Shockcloak. Here comes the Snowball as well. Can Doom get any sort of help? He tries to hookshot away, but it is not enough. And yeah, now maybe they'll catch out Havost. He's using that Scorched Earth to see if he can just walk it off. But there's the Juggernaut ult, and that's going to be a very dead Doom. Returning to hell and back, to hell and back. Doom doesn't actually talk about going to hell.
No, but he is Doom and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You can't just shake off a Juggernaut ulti with amp dash. Melted.
Indeed.
Dire's structures
Oh.
are fortified.
They're gonna get themselves that top tower, a nice exchange off their lost bottom, and no one working his way desperately back into this game with ancient stacks, with everything else his team will give him. So maybe the tower lost hit. Nope,
Dire's
Son
top
mad.
tower has
So
fallen. Radiant's middle
Halfway
tower
to his
is
blink
under
as well now.
attack.
now
The slider.
on item builds, Juggernaut, of course, you can't spin off the static link. It looks like he's going for the drums. Do you just Sanj and Yash up, hope that you can be lickety split, moving in and out of Razor when he static links you and so on?
Yeah, I'd like to see the S and Y.
Radiant's
Just
middle tower is
fighting
under
items,
attack.
I think, are the pace of the game for the Jug. I wouldn't like to see the battle period that we've seen people being going for recently. I think that's more of a China thing.
Yeah, I think also it's something where in the games where we had seen the Battle Fury, in at least 2 of them, it had been very clear to the team that picked up the Battle Fury on Jug that they were only winning late game, if at all. So I think the Battle Fury pickup there making a lot of sense because they knew they had no hope except in late game. So nice plays there, but Clockwork, he's getting close. He's almost got, this is really nice timing on a Blade Mail, considering some of the other unfortunate games we've seen with Clocks. And Doom actually now also going to pick up his drums, trying to also, he sees his gank coming, so. How do you feel about Doom position 1 itemization? I feel like you probably want to blink to go around be dooming people, but maybe also wanting that Ags so you're impactful, or maybe just skip the Ags, get a refresher,
Dire's
take out
middle
2
tower
heroes.
is under attack.
Drums is nice just to keep the mana full as they manage to find slide up
Yeah.
on the rocket. What they do.
And they also catch out so well, seeing him with the kinetic field. He's gonna try to roll away, but there are too many heroes. He's inevitably gonna fall. Can he get the creeps? No. It's very hard to deny yourself to those creeps, but it would have been amazing if he could.
realizing the situation he's in and going for the Hail Mary play.
Yeah. I was a bit surprised they both stayed around for so long, but I think they're... Yeah, TP on Slaughter was on cooldown. Tusk could have used his, not quite sure why he didn't.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
I didn't
attack.
really see how Tusk got caught, but I guess just save your friend.
Yeah.
She tried to live to TA, but she hasts away.
Very lucky that she had that haste rune. I think she would have gotten caught in that kinetic field for sure without that haste rune. But they get the tower tonight, and I think that's a pretty big play, and nobody caught out by the ice shells just means Vega can't use any sort of follow-up.
It's nice that they to defend that tower, and as you say, the TA not getting caught there was fortunate for HR, but there's no way she would play like that if she didn't haste rune, I feel like.
Yeah, you've got to understand that these are very experienced players, as we said, and I agree with you. I don't think she would make that type of mistake. We've got a smoke up on Dazzle. They actually have 2 more in stock for Vega. It's something, though, where I feel like you have to wait until Slaughter gets the blink. I guess you can sprint up to people out of smoke to get a gank.
Yeah, Omni Slash is also not too bad. The traps or the shards to be able to stop people running away from you. So it is doable, but I agree. The blink makes it all a lot easier. And unfortunately, Solo's missing on. He finally finds a ward. The Ancients.
Yeah, it's always hard to get those spots. Yeah, he's got 3. He's even got another one over here. That's though for this area. And there's going to be another push coming out of HR. Understanding now why Havost was going for the drums, going for the bass. He just wants to make sure his team can group up and push and everybody benefits. So easy tower for them. I might not be surprised if after the Sanjin Yasha, Alpha Ninja goes for an Aghanim. They've got the glimpse back on Havost with the Static Storm up top. Can't see her holding in place for long enough for his team to catch in. Havost, he does have the sprint. He's popped that. Maybe they can cut him off though. Alpha Ninja is a race car himself with that unstable current. And there is a Lich coming around from the sidelines. The sprint is getting close to ending. Can't goddamn do anything. The Slithering Crush, but the glimpse is there. Havost, I think, is going down. And will whoever came in to help him, will Seema the Slayer go down as well? Templar Assassin might be coming in. The immediate TP out, but it's stopped by the Lich ulti. Mini stun on that, and he's gonna burn down. Now no one, not in a great spot, doesn't have mana for refractions, and I think no one does pop his one. Is gonna be burned through really quickly, though. Finally has a point up in Meld. He actually pops himself out of it. Here comes a snowball onto Alpha Ninja, but it is too late. Templar Assassin is dead, and I think this tower's gonna follow. They're still diving, and Alpha Ninja very low. He needs some backup from his team. He's taking a lot from the tower. Really surprised here that he's comfortable going in that deep with 0 bottle charges, but it looks like things are finally gonna slow down. A huge big kill. Oh, what?
He's so happy.
Oh,
right
he
now.
picks it up. Yeah, I was like, his bottle's empty. What are you on about? But yeah, he picks up the regen rune. He's using it. He's coming back in. He's trying to zone them. Maybe he can actually bait them in a little bit farther. But no, that was an Omni Slash, and that is Lich going down. Goddamn, may have played well in that early engagement, cutting off Havost, but getting Omni Slashed isn't really something in his control.
You keep calling Mag Havost. Just want to point that out before Twitch goes
Oh
bad
yeah,
on you.
oops, because he's on the Slaughter.
He's to me when you go from game to game, right?
Yeah, totally, guys. Totally a mistake. No, I just want to say Havost a lot. I just want to show that I can pronounce the word. I still actually am pronouncing it wrong, I'm pretty sure. I believe in Russian, they're just, I'm not pronouncing it at all with the correct accent, but it is what
Just
a
call
lot
it
of English talk is. He's not.
Good enough.
Well, it may be good enough for some. We try here. We try to get it right. And they're getting themselves a nice early Roshan. This lead for HR, 5,000 net worth, 4,000 experience. They're doing really well, although last game they were doing really well. They actually smoke out of the Roshan. There's no Omni Strike here. They get the Static Storm off of the Passive Bashu and the Doom. This is looking like a very in the danger zone, Mr. Juggernaut. But at the same time, Solo on the backline, he's being punished, and now Havost, he's taking a lot of damage. Actually got the right Havost this time. Alpha Ninja wants to finish off Pashu, but that's what we talked about with that healing ward out. He takes no damage. No one goes down, and here comes the Lich Hall picking up bags. Even the Slayer melting before it as well. And they've got the glimpse. BKB? Oh, Jug spun. That's how he gets out of that. And the TP, they actually stopped their TP, I think deciding that Roshan a little bit more important for them to finish off. But just as I was saying, HR had the early lead last game. Then Vega immediately took some team fights. Vega this time not taking those team fights and putting themselves further and further behind.
Fortunately, that fight would have gone amazingly if they had a blink on the ladder. He should have got a 4 or 5 man crush, but he's just a bit too poor right now. And because of that, I also think the smoke on Hellraisers was... definitely confused Vega.
Yeah.
It gave them a bit of time as well. Nice.
Yeah, definitely, you know, it does up your move speed, get them out of the pit a bit faster as a group, and we saw the initiation from Vega. Solo just felt like he was too far out. He snowballed in. He actually stunned a few, which normally would have been good, but as you pointed out, Vega wasn't quite sure where the rest of HR was, so a nice sneaky play there. Medallion is up on Lich as well, so bring in some more armor to their lineup, which is gotta be without armor.
Really rich Lich. Say that 10 times fast.
Yeah.
He has a Ghost Scepter as well, which is ideal this game.
Oh, holy cow, yeah, just picking that up out of nowhere, and it is, as you pointed out, fan-bloody-tastic this game. There are a lot of physical damage, and Bashu, what are you doing there? I don't think that's your part of count, and he's missed his opportunity to TP. Or even if he did, there was a clockwork with a hook shot up, so I don't think he could have
Just the
TP'd.
Doom bottom?
Yeah, he might actually be in a spot of trouble. Maybe he can take out Mag. Both taking out Mag. Got my heroes right, but with Seaman Slayer here, there's going to be a shallow grave out onto Mag. Is there support for long enough? And will this Scorched Earth, it's on cooldown. They actually get the spot on kill with the rocket. For both, it feels like he's in trouble, but here comes his backup. Can he do anything? Oh, Solo is taking too much damage, and Havost is going to live. Seaman Slayer's going down too. How did he manage to turn that up? Didn't he have Scorched Earth up? He doesn't have life steal.
He had Scorched Earth up for most of that.
No, well, he did at the beginning, but it went off cooldown, and while it was off cooldown was the entire engagement where his supports were coming down, so I don't know how Habos managed to stay alive there, but he's certainly not Mag, and that we've got one thing straight there.
The typical foreplay though, and it was to work out for him. I think Frostarmo just carried him. He's gonna find him now, but I don't think he can climb. He can just TP away. Or he can bait him. Maybe
I don't know if these two can do it though. Oh, Omni Slash, maybe they can share it. They needed not to bounce into Habos, and now he's got the Scorched Earth off. He kills the healing ward. Rocket coming in. Habos walking away like the race car. And then the hook shot onto Pasha Bashu. They kited him. They tricked. Oh, that was a bait.
Yeah, that's really nice to see Havok playing like.
That was the king of baits.
Yeah, and it's really nice split on the as well from Mr. YOLO Warrior, aka Theo.
Okay, so we went.
For me for 3 reasons.
Oh, you have YOLO Warrior? I still have Theo Mag. He is being pushed into not an ideal position, but I think they might just want to focus on this tower. But half a Ninja realizes Mag is out of position, no blink in sight, and he can't get it. He's gonna be Lich ulti. That looks horrible. At least it doesn't bounce. Lich probably sad that he doesn't get to farm the creeps, but Mag is down, and they should make easy work of this tower on the lineup of HR if they can find the creeps. Can I just say they're now officially snowballing? We were at a 5,000 lead about 2 minutes ago, and suddenly they're at almost 14,000 net worth, 14,000 experience as well for HR. Not a lineup for death bowling, but they've just snowballed off the back of a few of those good team fights.
They're actually managing to take quite a few towers as well, just because Doom's able to tank like literally a tank. He has frost armor, or ice armor, sorry. He's also got the plate mailer, which I think he's got. Yeah, he's got Shivas coming now.
I think he's going Shivas, yeah, because he saved up. Oh, yeah, straight buys it out. Oh, he has it coming. He had saved up about 30,000 gold, and just not generally what you do when you're going for the AC. He would have picked up the smaller pot earlier. Deso is up on Templar Assassin. It feels like they need so much on Vega. The fact that they don't. Oh, they just got the blink. Just got the blink on Mag, right? That's what you were yelling about in that team fight. But Templar Assassin maybe needs one as well, and she is being hook-shotted. Can Shockwell get her into a bad position? There's a Doom on her, and they don't need her in a bad position. They're just gonna auto-attack her down. No one. I've seen some dominant TAs from him, but he is 0, 3, and 0.
That was a really nice presence of mind from Satchlo, scouting the ancient cell, and also managing to get the cog pushed back so she'd get in range of the Doom.
Yeah.
I was just playing this game like really well. You can tell they're in their comfort zone with the heroes. They're just being able to run at Vega and win the fights.
What do you do here if you're Vega? You're behind. Last time I checked, they had smokes on cooldown. They have one right now, while the lineup of HR also only has one. We've also got, a smoke being held by Seema. It does feel like you potentially have better late game, but Havost is really far ahead on this Doom.
Yeah. Doom's probably going to be looking for a refresher. Maybe he stopped off with something first, but until he gets refresher, you have one hero that's getting doomed, and it's not too bad, right? It's just the fact that the Razor's
Dire's
so much
bottom
bigger than
tower
the rest
is
of your
under
heroes
attack.
right now. However, if HR overextend into Vega base, they can definitely turn it around. So it's not over yet. They just need to be really carefully.
Yeah, Alpha Ninja almost has the AC. There's a Solar Crest up on Lich. I was concerned about HR's armor, right? Because they're against a Dazzle, they're against a TA, they're against an amplification damage slaughter. Like, I expected them to have no armor, but one, this Lich is rich, as we've talked about, already has a Solar Crest, and they've got so much armor buff coming out from their heroes since they're so far ahead in gold.
And most for keeping the ice armor creep. I know I keep saying it, but I feel like so many people would just another creep. But he really
you
knows
like the
how
Alpha
to deal
Wolf.
with. Yeah, like I guarantee you, most dudes would be like, this is serves purpose. I'll get a stun creep or I'll get an Alpha Wolf. But no, Havotus is sticking to it, and he's making it work as well.
CeeLo also has a blink. He could go in here for the glimpse back. It's held on Pasha Bashus and he'll probably just spin it off. Yeah, we can see it there. But they have the hook shot. They know exactly where he is. And now Shocklow splitting up the team. There's going to be the runaway from Pasha Bashu, but it looks like they should be able to take out Team of the Slayer. Going to just delay things. Maybe Matt going to come back in, slithering Crusher onto 4. But it comes with the Lich ult and keeping you alive. Maybe wasn't the best play there. Pasha Bashu maybe is going to take out. No, they get no one. Shivas comes out and blows them up. And I wouldn't be surprised if we get GG's. I don't know if you saw that, but I definitely thought they were getting the kill onto Shocklow there, and then he just exploded in a explosion of Shivas and everything else coming out of HR.
Yeah, they died an icy death right between Shivas, Chain Frost. I actually think they needed to go for something like that. In the heat of the moment, maybe the captain's like, okay, we need to do something, we're falling really far behind, we don't feel like we can turtle the game out, so they try.